Okay. Hey, ladies. Welcome. Thanks for gathering here. I am just going to say, first of all, it is good to see your faces. It has been one of those days with shifts that have happened in my life, some realizations. I had some tears. I got in a car accident. I was at the cop shop. All these crazy things happened today. So I am just glad to be centered and in your presence because, like we said, this is a safe place, right? And one thing you will know about me is that I wear my heart on my sleeve. And Nikki likes to say that she loves it when she knows that I'm human. But you'll always find that I am transparent. And as the founder of the Women's Connection, it is really like, I guess I'm not like one of those typical people that will just keep all the business stuff to myself, because I want to be totally open about how things are running, when things are not running well, what's going on, the mistakes that I've made, some things that I see that we could do better. And you'll know that I always, I'm the first to admit my mistakes. And as I was looking at some things, I realized that, there is some definite opportunities for us to make some enhancements here. So I know you guys are here. We were talking about the retreat. Okay, so we're going to get to the retreat. Before we get to that, I was looking at the membership today, and I want you to just process this in your head for a second. There are over 2,000 free members in the Women's Connection. 2,000 free members. There are only 600 in our Facebook group. So this tells me there is a major disconnect from transitioning the new women that sign up through your capture page or through your membership page, through your affiliate link, and getting them transitioned into the Facebook group. Okay, so this was like red flag going off in my head that it has to be addressed right away. Because those are 2,000 women that need us, and for me, it's like those are 2,000 women that aren't getting the full impact of what's going on a daily basis inside of the community. So that was one thing, number one. Now the retreat. So you guys know, had a baby, and probably not, just procrastinating, putting things off to the last minute, working on the outline. I've been working really hard on the outline and on the booking and the organization and the food and the menu, and wanting to have it organic and vegan and have expert specialists in, and wanting to get all the supplies so that I can teach you guys how to make moccasins and dream catchers, and like just so many things that I wanted to do. And I was up till 3 a.m. last night actually working on the presentation to show you today for the retreat. And I finished it last night. I put everything together, crunched all the numbers, and just from the time invested, that I know my limited time invested on putting it together, on creating all of this stuff, an event is a big thing. So feasibly couldn't put it together, couldn't offer it for any less than $1,000. And knowing that we have 2 months until the scheduled date, knowing, and you know what, for me, I know the value would be there. I know those handful of women would have the experience of a lifetime. They would have these connections. They would go through these exercises. They would learn things about themselves and things that you really couldn't put a price tag on, those handful of women. Because some people would make it happen. Some people would move mountains to be there. But what about the women that couldn't? What about the women that I know right now, just not even not giving you enough time to budget for it, not giving you enough time to plan ahead for it, things like that. And just simply not having it in their means to whip out $1,000 right now. But knowing that they deserve and they want to be there and be part of this extreme transformation that's going to happen. So what I thought to myself, well, what's the best way to serve the most amount of women? What is the best investment of my time? Is it working on this retreat and putting together this bomb kick-ass retreat for 10 women? Or do I think bigger? So after staying up till 3 a.m. last night working on the presentation, which I still have and which will be launched, I woke up this morning with an epiphany. This retreat will not serve the masses. And I want to branch out. I want us to reach out. I want us to lend a hand and pull other women in so that they can see, because just seeing the impact that it's had on you guys, on our core group that shows up, that engages, that is in the assignments, that is in the groups, that is in the accountability, that is doing Facebook Lives, that is on the Daily Connects, that core group has seen massive shifts in their life. But the problem is that we haven't connected enough women into that core group. So I decided to make a change and put a pause on the retreat. And I don't know whether it was a message from the angels or some divine guidance, but I was guided to make the retreat virtually and to do it on a virtual scale so that we could impact more people. So what is happening is we are going to be launching come September, when everybody's ready to crank it into gear, when everybody's ready to turn it up and start in their production mode. We're going to be launching the Inner Power Intensive. So the Inner Power Intensive is one of the most impactful, it was one of the hugest boot camps in the history of the Women's Connection or the Super Women. And a lot of the newer women have not had a chance to go through that intensive. And being able to enhance it and add to it into a full 6-week program that we can all do from home, we can all do together, and we can make it not only reasonably priced, but also put it in a position so that you can make over $200 every time you invite someone to come join the Inner Power Intensive. So that page is going to go live. The Inner Power Intensive page is going to go live on Monday. So you'll all have your own affiliate links for it, whether you buy it or not. So whether you decide to go through with it, you'll still have the affiliate link to promote it. Now, and then the 6-week session is going to start in September. Now, first of all, I want to open the forum because I want to brainstorm. My gut is telling me we have to prioritize on what is most important. And for me, that looking at that number of 2,000 free members to 600 in the Facebook group, that's most important to me. And I feel like we have to put a focused effort together, not just me coming up with a getting started plan, but all of us, because we have been brand new, because we have had people join that are brand new and heard their issues or their concerns. We have the knowledge, you have the knowledge to give to me to let me know, okay, this is what we need. And also I want your faces in this community. So when someone gets started, they get their first video number 1, what to do first, from Denise. And then they get video number 2 from Erin. And then video number 3 from Nikki, so that it's not, so that it really is a collective and representation of everything that we've done and everything you guys have done and the growth that you've made as leaders of women in the Women's Connection. So first of all, anybody want to speak first? Who wants the stage? I think this baby's going to puke on me.
I'll take the stage. Hi, everybody. I'm Erin. If you don't know me, I'm seeing Susan. I know you're in Costa Rica, but I don't think we've met. Hi, Diana. Hey, Trip.
Hi, Erin.
I know you can't see you. There's my girl, Angela. I thought you forgot me. Okay. So anyway, I have I've chaired several retreats, and then when I say chaired is I was the leader of a retreat, and we had it every year, and we had a community, a group that was the committee for the retreat, and there was a head for each area. So, if you were doing, like, one year I did gifts. One year we did we had a craft room. And they were responsible for all the supplies and, turning in receipts. And as the chair, I was responsible for reimbursing people. There was a 2-signature checkbook, but, you could do that all virtually now. But it made life so much easier as the chair. And then we had, committee meetings so we could give updates and brainstorm and things like that. And it just made life so much easier, because when retreat time came, the chairman, of course, had their responsibilities to make sure everything was flowing, but you weren't running around with a chicken with your head cut off. And we were able to, and it was a small group, but we were able to get over 200 people to the retreat. And it was camp style. We went to a Methodist camp, and so it wasn't anything fancy until they built new cabins. Amen. But
Bathrooms.
well, yeah, because we had to go to another building, and the showers were freaking cold. And
Been to some of those. Been to a couple of those women's retreat with no bathrooms.
Well, there were bathrooms, but let me tell you, you really didn't want to go traipsing through the woods in the middle of the night. But as I said, and with this one, we had to bring up our own sheets and our own sleeping bags. And you were really, and we always we roughed it, but it was not an international event. So maybe that might be the way to go, Layla.
Yes, I am definitely feeling you on a retreat or an event committee.
Let us help you. Let us delegate. Here, you do this, you do that. You boss people around. You say, you do this, you do that. Ask for volunteers, and you just point.
Layla hates telling people what to do.
I know. It's one of my glitches, I guess, that you ladies are helping me work on. And I do appreciate it. I totally do, because it's really hard to explain. Just the working on yourself as you're in a position where people do look up to you. And, no matter how much money you make or whatever, any of that, we are all always working on ourselves. And I still recognize, when I have hangups on asking people for help and delegating things and procrastination and all of these other things that we're constantly a work in progress. So I definitely appreciate that. And I think that the event committee is an amazing idea. Because I do want to have not just retreats. The retreat, I see it as a yearly thing, like Erin said. But then having, like I'm going to, we're taking a drive in November down to Florida. And I thought, well, you know what? Like, there's people locally down there that we could put something together, even just on a day event, not some big thing, and do little local meetups with some of the ladies that are local to you, and also bringing in new women locally, and positioning you guys as the trainers and the leaders and the coaches for the sort of those local quadrants, or whatever they call them, the segments of people that are local. And Oh, you're gonna be in Florida too. See, there we go. Yeah, so all this stuff is definitely something that I think I know this, and it's even hard to say that, right? I cannot do it all by myself. And I know this. So why do I keep trying to do everything by myself? I don't know. I will learn. But yes, so this is what I'm looking at, the virtual retreat. And then my second focus, well, actually one of my, the primary thing is that getting started training and a better flow for the brand newbie. So that's really something that I want to get your dialogue on things we can do better, things that, that really impacted you when you first got in, that we can do a better job of promoting and highlighting. Maybe it was an exercise, maybe it was something inside of the video challenge that we can tweak, maybe even like I was thinking of the video challenge, revamping it into a Facebook Live challenge, since Facebook Live is everywhere. And that the old style of video seems to not be getting as much engagement as a Facebook Live. So things like that, I want to get your feedback on. I want to get your ideas on what we can do, what we should focus on, and what is really important for that brand new person to get them engaged, to see the value. Because, thinking about the elite, and Toby said this to me today, he said, we pay more for our Canva every month than you charge for elite. and I'm like, you're right. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, and then reading your post today about how much you have grown and how much it's changed your life. I'm like, this is way more valuable than a Canva, and maybe in a way that $19 is selling us short of the value that it really is. And all these sort of shifts have been happening. And Angel would say it's the Mercury retrograde that is shifting my energy right now, and just making me think and see things a little bit differently about how things are set up. So yes, I want to hear your thoughts, issues that you think need addressed for the brand new person, and things that you really were impacted by that we can do a better job of promoting. Yeah, Aisha.
1 second, Corinne. I think for the free membership version, if we look at it from the perspective that this
and I'm taking notes just so everybody knows. So
think of it as a perspective as this is a brand, a person brand new to the concept of marketing online, and then maybe allude to what you were saying, kind of like a video. Step one, you have your greeting video, then it's step one, and then you do, a screen share of that you need to go here, you need to go there, kind of like a hand-holding video tutorial, step by step by step, to lead the person to the next step. So once they get into the Facebook group and then say, okay, well, now you want to do the video challenge, and then you could, all of us that have attempted to complete the video challenge and those who have completed the video challenge, kind of like how that has changed their confidence level, their the way that they do their business, how they talk about their business, just how it just builds your confidence, from just being able to look at a camera or look into the computer or on your phone, or not being able to in the beginning. Some people were just afraid to do it in the beginning, and how, after day by day, you just cut the camera on. You don't have to worry about, mascara and blush and bronzer and all that other stuff, unless that's your thing.
You don't?
Well, I used to, and I don't do it anymore.
Oh my gosh, did you guys
I
see
gotta
the
get
last
it
Facebook
together.
It was
And now I'm just like, hey,
Oh, I'm just
everybody,
worrying
how you
about
doing?
lighting. Can't see my ugly face.
Well, the best thing for lighting is just to get like a table lamp and a table lamp with the lampshade off, right like behind your right behind your laptop. Anyways, yes, Aisha, I totally agree. I think that a step-by-step, like short videos of like 2-minute videos, because even though there is like a tour and there's a video to show them how to set up they're longer and they're not in like a bite-size ingestible format and an easy flow. So I think that's seriously like we have, and I want to get your ideas on how the steps should go. Like for obviously setting up your affiliate, joining the Facebook group, which should be number one.
And possibly utilizing the video header feature on the fan page. So like a Facebook Live commercial. So just snippets of everybody doing, like a slideshow video,
sort of.
Motivation Monday, Techie Tuesday, and just highlighting different people who participated in that and using that as the ongoing feature and, come join us, or I don't know, whatever the call to action might be, and, pointing to the join button on the fan page.
Yeah.
So to kind of take advantage of the updates.
Yeah, the fan page definitely needs attention.
Yeah, kind of going along in line with that, because sometimes I go in search of different things so that I can get more familiar. Like when I started doing, and I'm just fell off the wagon a little bit and I'm going back to it, but as I'm doing the video challenge, I was looking for like tips for the video challenge. I couldn't find like certain, how in the beginning you set it up as albums. So I go and look at the album, but sometimes like the videos or the photos, they're like all over the place. So it kind of got a little disorganized. So when you're going,
so all the video tips for the video challenge are actually in the membership site, which is again, right? It's like going back and forth to the membership site, to the Facebook group, and then getting lost in the sauce.
And also with some of the other information, if you're looking for like the Daily Connect, and then it's streaming down in one part, and then you run into the Daily Bump, and then you run into something. So if somebody's looking for like coherent information, you kind of get stuck with all the information. You really don't know what it's all about. It doesn't really have a coherent look like, okay, this is the Daily Connect, this is the Daily Bump, this is this, and somebody new has no idea what we're all about.
Right. Yeah. And I think that just assuming that people will know, go into the albums and see the full list of the Facebook Live challenge or whatever will be really important. And also, having even if we have the videos in the membership site, so it still has that same flow of daily stuff, but then also transferring the exact same information over to the Facebook group. So you can do either or, but you can have it all there. That's a good idea. I'm going to make a note of that so that we have.
And sometimes I get a little confused at where to go, and if I'm looking for like what did Aisha say? The header that says this. And if you got a big old header that says something that's like smack dab in your face, you can't miss it. Some of us older people need a smack in your face type of thing.
We could also emphasize the membership site a little bit more in the fan page, because I feel like people forget about the membership site. So maybe like instead of like giving the full instructions on the fan page,
giving the link back and like check your membership site, because it could be very confusing.
because I know a lot of people, they'll be like, how do I get the links? And I'm like, oh, go back to your membership site. And they won't even have the link.
Mm-hmm.
And have to send it back to them. So maybe in the Facebook group, just emphasizing more the membership site.
Yeah.
So it won't get lost.
Because what I do is I put a shortcut to the membership site right from my pin page. It says make a shortcut, and I've got all my groups and stuff shortcutted on my fan page. So when I do that, I just go back to my membership site that way. But not everybody would remembers to do that, because then I can just go right in that way. But
The other thing that's on my radar right now is obviously Facebook Lives. And we already have a bomb Facebook Live boot camp, as well as a pretty sweet looking Facebook Live cheat sheet and a pretty great Facebook Live Ninja handbook. And it's all right there. So for me, I'm thinking the least amount of work to help women make money quick, because I don't know, the angels were telling me you need to help them make more money. And it's so funny, because I was actually feeling like, I'm like, man, I want to send out $5,000 commissions, like I want to send out $10,000 commission. I really want to I want them to be able to buy a car with their commissions, or, build a church with their commissions and do all these amazing things. So I was getting these messages to, we have to make it more profitable. We have to put in more profit streams to help them grow their passions so that they can have income coming in to do what they love. But then I'm reading these messages, and I'm like, remember, Layla, remember, when you focus on, when you focus too much on the money, things get all wonky. Focus on the impact. Focus on how, I read Joan's message today, and I was just like, that's, you can't put a price tag on that. And we need 100 more stories like that. And for me, this was just the best way to do it. Hey guys, it's bedtime, right? Can we all go to bed, please?
Another movie on?
Oh, another movie. Okay, Riley, you can do it. You can pick one. Okay, go. Riley will set it up for you.
I want you to stay here.
Mommy's got to finish this call, okay? And then I'm going to come in. No, we need that on. Thank you. I've got the big cousin here who is my helper tonight. So that's good. So these are the messages that I'm getting. So Facebook Live, you guys are down for that. If we revamp the Facebook Live, yeah. She's like, no, I got something to say. Interrupt me anytime.
Why? You said it's the bomb.
It's the bomb.
It is the
Okay,
bomb.
it's thebomb.com.
Well, it does help. It does help you a lot with your confidence. I mean, it really does. I know with going through the challenge and going through the video thing, yeah, you're just doing the video and that's it. But when you're doing the live video, I think it makes it more engaging, and it's more, I know for me, it's brought out myself and my confidence, and I really enjoy engaging with people. Whereas with a regular video, you can't do that. And so you're just you got these people that are talking to the video, and you're supposed to do whatever, but it kind of feels, I don't know, like you're by yourself. And so with the live video, you're engaging, like you said, and you've got the cheat sheet, you've got the ninja thing, and you know what to do and how to engage. So yeah, that it makes it so much more fun because you actually have people engaging with you. So
I think that's really the point with Facebook Live, but to my understanding, the point with the video challenge is more to dig deep and get in touch with and communicate to the group who you are as a person, as a business. And then the Facebook Live is
you're right, because a lot of, you know, a lot of those topics that we talk about, you know, maybe people would be very intimidated to bring that up on a Facebook Live, right? So that would definitely be have to be something that we would have to shift in. If we did a Facebook Live challenge, like a 21-day Facebook Live challenge, we would have to shift the topics and understand that, yeah, the video challenge, it is more about soul searching and asking these tough questions and being able to speak them. But sometimes what will happen is they'll take the video challenge and they'll put their heart and soul and tears into a video that is not getting watched. And so that transfers into, I'm not good enough, my video sucks. And it's honestly, it's a shift in the audience that's happening into this Facebook Live. People see a video that is not live, and sometimes they won't even watch it because we have this reality TV obsession, right? We want to see what's real, what happened really today. I don't want to see all edits. I don't want to see, something cut and paste together. I want to see the real her, and that happens on a Facebook Live. So, yeah, we'd have to work on that. I want to get everybody's input on topics because the topics will not really transfer properly, or may cause some added fears and issues. But I mean, that's all part of it, right? Getting over your fears and talking about the tough stuff, even when you are live, even when somebody could, like call you out or whatever.
Can I have some input on that? Like the 21-day challenge. Like, I didn't personally finish it. However, I do feel like it did shift me just on the topics. And even I actually already had experience with video. And just the topics you chose, I feel like it wouldn't be topics I would be sharing probably on Facebook Live. So maybe not having it that long of 21 days and just kind of like upgrading them. Like, okay, finish 10 days and then you could do the Facebook Lives. Kind of like a warm up, because I feel like that kind of doing the video, like recording when I first started, it really helped me.
And it helps you in your Facebook Lives down the line, right?
Exactly.
So you kind of get your feet. We could call it like a video journal. So you have your 10-day video journal where you ask the tough questions. Maybe you even just post the videos in the Facebook group, in our group. So it's not a public thing. So you don't get that, only 30 people watch this feeling. It's here for us to love on you. And then, like graduating them into the Facebook Live challenge when they've graduated. Okay.
What if
go ahead.
What if we did the 20 if you didn't do 21 day and you condensed it to 10, what if we did it inside the group so that it's a safe space? So it's kind of similar, I guess, maybe kind of piggybacking off what Joanne did with Perry Girls and having slots inside the group for people so whatever the topic of the day is, people can sign up and do a 5-minute live.
But we also, yes, I think that like having more lives inside the group, definitely want to do that. From us, from the coaches, from the elite members, having them have the opportunity to speak whatever their expertise is in the Facebook group. That's definitely needs to happen with more, to create more engagement, to create more life and realness and authenticity in that group, so it's not so stagnant. I think the Facebook Live challenge, I would like to see that public though, because you want to leverage, you want to piggyback off of that exposure, that they'd be like, oh, what are all these women doing this Women's Connection Facebook Live challenge, and seeing it all over the place, and just gets people's curiosity going. And always having the option that, if you're not comfortable with it, if you're still not there yet, by all means, you can, have sort of like a private Facebook group, but then we would just have lives going on all the time in the Facebook group. So we'd have to control that, because that would be too much. But yeah, I think that having a sign up for in the Facebook group, whether it's a weekly live that we do every Friday, or every whatever, maybe not a daily thing, because we all know that the daily things can get daily. And if we have too many daily things, we'll all be stretched over every day. So yeah, but I really like the graduated system. I really like not just ditching the video challenge, because it is so powerful. And there have been so many amazing videos and moments that have happened in that process. I think the graduated process would be a great idea.
Okay, can I jump in now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So there's a couple of things that I want to touch on. The first one, I hate to rewind. The first one is like, what can we do to get, I guess, a little bit more engagement for newbies? And the craziest thing is, I believe you and Toby are like the email marketing masters. So I believe that video that pulls you in and makes you sign up. As soon as you sign up, there should be a short little 30-second video saying, now look, for the next 7 days, you're going to get an email telling you what to do and exactly where to shoot you to. We want to get you in. So the first week, it's not a bug, it's not a bother. If they want to do it, they get put into a little drip campaign, an email gets shot to them, and it's a cool video from one of us. It can be any of us. We'll submit to shoot the video, or you and Toby shoot the video. Hey, it's day 2. You know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And it's just something for them to get introduced to the coaches. It'll be something to get them used to signing up, clicking that, because we're teaching email marketing anyway. So we want them not to be afraid of the emails. It puts all of the ladies into a list when it first comes in. So if we have a talking circle or something like that, I know it may sound like a lot of extra work, but one button, we hit it, hey, y'all, it's talking circle time, and that link goes out to all 2,000 ladies instead of us trying to share it. And, we share it to pull in new people. But that one link goes out and lets everybody who's in the community automatically know it's on. Click this button, y'all are in here. And it would just boom, number one, our sessions. And number two, it teaches ladies to be a leader. You have to somewhat be a follower. So you have to go through the campaign if you're going to expect people to do it, for you. So that is just my one suggestion of how we get the newbies involved. And that way, again, they get to see some of the personalities of the different people within the group, because they might get put into that accountability group with that coach, and they might feel like, oh, I already know who this person is. Or they already get to see them before they see them in a live, or before they see them on one of this. And they might find somebody they think that they can relate to and already tied to for guidance. That's number one. Number two, the 21-day video challenge. So I think we should incorporate the best of both worlds. When it was a live challenge, like the Daily Connect Live, I don't know if the scheduling that gets people shy, if it's the judging part that gets people shy, but when you put the word kind of challenge into it, it makes people drop out. But if we combine the two, because newbies need to be comfortable in front of videos, at the same time, the videos we get to keep private. But if it's 21 days, the first 10 days you're shooting videos. On the 11th day, it's going to be kind of a personal subject, but we want you to go live with it. And then you go again the other 10 days, and your graduation day, you go live. And I think the Women's Connection page, after we pick somebody, like with Clarissa, the Women's Connection page then either highlights a winner or highlights an outstanding person, or chops and screws a few of the 21-day video challenges from that session and puts together a highlight reel or a little quick video on the Women's Connection page. And you might see yourself and want to share it. And the Women's Connection page also uses it as an ad. And the new ladies already has leverage, because they can say, man, did you see me already in the video? I'm booming, and you can be too. So I just think if we condense them and then do a little chop and screw with the Women's Connection page, it could be, pretty dope. Because there are some people that's going to come in and already say, I already do live, I already do, but they might not do it the way that we try to structure it, 15 minutes or less, with the Facebook cheat sheet structure. So there are some people that get on and do lives, but they also sit there and say, I'm just going to wait on here until some people come on. Hey, Mom. So, we don't want them to do that. And in the challenge, we want to show them the right way. give them a touchy topic and turn you over live, and you got to keep it 15 minutes or less. And even though people already do lives, when you give them a guided subject and 15 minutes or less, it does become a challenge. But we want to be able to teach that. So I think if we did kind of combine the two or figure out a way, and the one that is live has to be live. But since we've been supporting you for 10 days, we will already be there for, if this is your first live or if this is your first live about this challenge that you're doing, you have established 10 days with us for at least a few of us be there to support you, to know what you're doing, to share it out, and let you know you're not there by yourself. So that's what I got.
Yeah. Amen. Can I get
That's
an amen?
awesome. I think she's hit it right on the ballpark. Both ideas are awesome. It's just awesome.
Heatbomb.com. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So email autoresponder cray. That's what I wrote down. The video challenge graduation to live. And then the Facebook Live workshop is already a course, already a product, already sellable. We just have to put on a page, really. That's the only thing that needs to be done for that. So yes, I love this. See, this is what I needed. I needed to feel your energy, feel, that we are all moving forward, that we're all going together on this as a unit, and that we can make this epic, because I already know it's epic. It's having such an amazing impact on those handful of women, and the other ones are getting lost in the sauce. The other ones are on the outside, not really sure, or not seeing the value. Like, for example, I bought $1,000 course, Facebook ad course, from John Penberthy, just his blueprint, social media blueprint or whatever. The first 6 modules in the course are your empathy map, your avatar. I'm like, all of this stuff is in our back office right there for $19. All of this stuff that, people are paying thousands and thousands of dollars for, and we have it there. And maybe it's because we paid $19 that we don't appreciate it, or we take it for granted. But this stuff changes people's businesses. This is the stuff that really will help them make money. That Instagram course, if they implement everything in the Instagram workshop, they will have results on Instagram. But because we only paid $19 for it, it's just there whenever we need it. So we don't really portray the value as much as we should. And that being said, it's just like we have so much to offer, like with the moon ceremonies and the Facebook Live and the Daily Connect. There is so much there that has so much value. It just has to be communicated better to those 2,000 women that are already there. I'm like, So yes, the email campaign priority for sure. And
can I butt in?
Yeah. And also, sorry, just before you do, Susan said the Daily Connect. So I will admit that managing the calendar fell off the wayside after like 2 months of me doing that and like putting everyone's link in there, putting all the topics into the calendar. I was like, oh my God, I can't keep up with this. So the calendar didn't get updated with the Daily Connects or things like that. So the calendar could definitely be a role that, a volunteer could help with, that transitioning from the spreadsheet to the calendar, what's on the spreadsheet onto the calendar. That could be a task that someone could take over. But yeah, having, I was thinking also like a Facebook Live thread, so that we all do know if someone's going live, even if it's not for the Daily Connect. But if you're doing a Facebook Live on an Instagram training, or Sabira's doing a Facebook Live at 1:00, or she does her Facebook Live at 12:00, then she can post every day in the Facebook Live thread, kind of like the bumping thread, with where you're going to be, what time, that kind of stuff. So we all know to check the Facebook Live thread, who's going live today, like who's going to be broadcasting, not just the Daily Connect, but everybody could utilize something like that. So yeah, so definitely want to get more awareness to the Daily Connect, because I know we talked about, like, there was some discussion. I saw something. My Facebook chat gets really crazy, but I saw something about changing the time. And the reason that I like a consistent time for the Daily Connect is just because it's familiar. You come to recognize 12:30. You come to recognize, or 9:30, or whatever time it is for you then. You come to recognize that it's happening every time in that day, but not limiting ourselves to only being live at that time. So we can still pull the juice from all the women by, maybe having a Facebook Live thread where we can promote what we're doing live. But any ideas on that?
Well, my only reason why I said about the rotating time is because we do have some California ladies, some Arizona ladies, and
yeah, like April, she can never get on a face. She can never get on.
That's 9:00 in the morning for them, and it's hard. It's not to say it's impossible.
That's why my hair always looks crazy on the Daily Connects.
So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's not that it's impossible, but like, it's hard. And let's say those ladies have established an audience, and not to say all their audience won't be up, but some of their audience won't be up and watching that the first thing at 9:00 in the morning. So that was the only reason why I suggested it, because a lot of ladies do say to me, their reasoning why they can't do it is because, already at that time, or it's hard for me to get a lunch break, or so the lunch break noon time had kind of seemed inconvenient for ladies. But I have been asking, and a lot of people say they would rather just keep it at the time. So it's a 50-50. The thing about, if we do rotate the times,
we used to do our teleseminars when it was a call-in at 3:00. Remember, that was at 3:00, and then we had issues with picking kids up from school at that time, and kids coming home. And yeah, it's the good thing about Facebook Live is, as a viewer, you can pretty much, be
watch it anytime,
anywhere, right? It's the speakers that we really, I don't know about that yet. I guess we'll just roll with it as it is right now and keep it like that. Okay, things are getting crazy, and it's almost 10:00, and these kids should have been asleep, but they promised me they were going to lay and watch a movie. But did that happen? No. So yes, I still want to hear. I'm going to give it about 8 more minutes just to hear some more feedback from you.
Can I say something really quick? So I have to log off too.
Yes.
Capture pages. Is there any way we could have, like, maybe three like different capture pages that we could use? I'm just saying, just for the reason that depends on people using the Women's Connection for different stuff, right? So personally, myself, I use it to get ladies in to help them grow their business. So I kind of have a system already, like how not to confuse them if I send them to the regular capture page we have right now. But like, if we have like different capture pages, kind of like speaking to different women, like one that's looking for a support group, like the one we have right now is perfect. But maybe having a capture page that's like, hey, you want to learn how to grow your business, and then emphasizing our workshops, and maybe having like one popular one of like our workshops, inviting them for every 2 weeks workshops, something like that. That I've been thinking. I know we discussed last time kind of how to lay it out, of how to create their business in a very structured manner, like the avatar and creating their sales funnel, and then going into all of our workshops that we have. So just something to throw out there. It's something that I've been wanting to help with. So I need to it's on my to-do list.
Yes. I think that so the capture pages, I definitely want to have something for like a talking circle capture page, and that kind of stuff, like seeing, I know a lot of you guys, or some of you guys are in MLSP. Some of you guys are at the events. But anyways, they do a really good job of promoting their weekly webinar. And they have a really great page where everybody gets to promote it every single week. So most people know that their webinar is going on. because they have done a good job of promoting that. Now, I wouldn't say creating a new capture page every week, but I think as like a standalone workshop page, like you said, or talking circle page would be really helpful. And then, yeah, being able to speak to different niches with, just depending on who we're speaking to. Are you speaking to the woman that wants to be better on Facebook Live? Or are you speaking to the woman that has just gone through a divorce and is at the lowest point in her life and doesn't know what to do and has no one to turn to and no one to talk to? I mean, it would be a different sell, right? It's a different conversation. So that's definitely something that we can investigate and work on more.
I think what Denise is trying to say is we need a Black woman on the capture page too.
I know. Since we got the Black mentality represented.
Yeah, we got to, man. We got to. I can't keep sending y'all to my people and then they be confused. They be like, "Who is this lady I'm supposed to be watching?"
What did we have the other night that we were just talking about all getting along? What was it? The what we want to teach our daughters, and we had like one of everybody. We had like all different people, all different women on this. I mean,
okay,
I was
wait,
white woman with the.
Go till I get a screenshot of Denise. Denise is leaving. So
Don't leave yet.
Don't leave till I get.
Wait, I can't sweat in a screenshot.
Okay, wipe your
Fix
sweat.
your hair. Fix your hair.
Sabira, you out there? Sabira?
Come back, Samira. I saw you for 1 second. Get back on
1
screen.
second.
Yeah, get back here.
She's in listening mode. All right. Well, I'm gonna Photoshop some crazy picture of you on there. You never know what's gonna happen.
Got her.
Where's April?
All right, April. All right, we'll get April. Okay, cheese. Gotcha. All right, awesome.
She's in the dark again.
Denise,
Jeez.
you could go.
I know. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Sabira, I watched your show today. It was awesome. Talk about mind blown. Seriously. And that's another thing, like that is such
I missed it.
A huge opportunity. And I want more shows on the fan page. I want more of you guys out there with your faces on the fan page and promoting you and getting your brand out there and your message and your voice. So we can't procrastinate on that either. Okay, so anything else before we wrap it up, before we go?
Can I add something?
Yes, you can.
So we're talking about improving the engagement in the Facebook group. I'm a member of 2 groups where it's actually a secret group, but the engagement in that group is crazy. And what they do is every day they bring in different experts for 10 to 15 minutes. They're talking about something of their expertise. So if it's elite members, then you can feature one elite member every day. And so the whole month, that 30 days, there's different women speaking there. And what they do also is they let these members promote their businesses towards the end of that expert topic. The engagement is just crazy. So every day there's one. And what they do also is they send out email reminders of everything that's happening in the group to all the members so that they know about it. They don't get lost. There's about 30,000 of us in that group, and we know everything that's happening every day in there because we get the email reminder every time. But what happens, I was talking to one of the admins. I said, so how are you doing that? Because it can't be possibly the founder of the community that's doing all these things. And one of the admins is saying that that's the reason why there's about 10 of them admins in there. So each of those admins or co-admins have a designated area that they're doing. One is doing the email reminders, everything for all the events that's happening in the community, even for the fan page. So with the fan page, the events that's happening there for the different speakers they have are also being sent out every day. So, hey, we have event happening on Tuesdays for our free card reading. Remember that. So we have that today. And then if there's Wednesday, that's also being reminded on. Thursday, that's going to be emailed as well. And hey, remember that. So the day before and the day of. So everyone is right there on that page when the speaker comes on. And the engagement is crazy on their pages because all those members, although there's different time frames or time zones, whoever is available, I see like thousands of views and comments in there. So I'm like, why can't we do that with the Women's Connection? Reminding all of these members. And what I also do is the link to the back office membership. There's a reminder from time to time, email. It comes out. I'm like, oh yeah, I need that back office membership link. And I just search it in my email. I don't have to go to where I saved it in my browser. And sometimes, most of the time, we're on our phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so women are not lost in finding the back office or whatever it is they're looking for. They promote whatever event they have every day. So if it's the talking circle, then we remind all the members that talking circle's coming up. There's elite workshop coming up. That's what I saw that they've been doing. And with the video challenges, they always have video challenges, but what they do is they do it in 5-day chunks. So you're beginning, you do this 5 days, and then you graduate from that 5 days, you move up to the next 5 days. So intermediate, and then you have the expert. So
like that.
Totals into 15 days. And after that, it's up to you what you want to do.
I do like the 5-day chunks just because it's like you're conditioned for 5 days to work for 5 days. And
yeah, it's doable.
Yeah. Rather than 21. Even though like the 21 is kind of like the implementing of a new habit. You do something consistently every day for 21 days. It becomes a new habit. But yes, people are, even some of us have not finished it. So, it's just a testament that it can be I don't know, a big chunk. But yes, I definitely like that idea of like a daily email of what's going on. Something like that would have to be in, like, you couldn't have it as an autoresponder or, as something that was already pre-created. It would kind of, like you said, have to have someone that is on that every day, or the night before, prepping the email, or even the week before, because you, like with scheduling, you can schedule out Monday through Friday's emails of all of the speakers that are happening. And I also like the idea of highlighting a different woman every day in the Facebook group. I think, I don't know about having them promote their business at the end. I don't know how I feel about that, just because I don't want it to be a place where Sabira brings her team over here and then they're going to see another deal, or they're going to be joining another team, or they're like, oh, well, Nikki's got way more swag, I'm joining her, or whatever. Like I'd like to avoid that at all costs of any sort of cross promotion pitching. But on your own stuff, do what you want, on your own fan pages, on your own Facebook lives, then fine. But in the group, definitely not, or not yet. Okay, cool. Anything else? I've got
one last thing.
Yeah.
What if we had, the newbie email, however we're going to structure it, because it's for the free members, how about they have a link the last day that says, your final task is either, we say, get back with the person that sent you, or click this link to become an elite. That way it reminds them who brought them in, in case we haven't touched them in the, whatever 7-day process we make this. And, the money, we keep the money, that we get them transitioned into the elite. And then they jump into another email sequence that says, let's get you on the Facebook Live, challenge, and make that the course.
Right.
And then, the Instagram course. That way we keep the money rolling, but we keep the individual engaged, because the emails can say, have you checked out today's Facebook Lives? Have you checked out, Sabira's weekly class? Have you checked out, and keep them, just, it doesn't have to be a link, but it could be, whatever's like typically going on. Hey, have you checked this out? Have you commented?
Mm-hmm.
And then just say, as a leader in the group, you are also taking on the responsibility, and remind them to comment on people's posts in the group, and be engaging.
Conditioning them
share,
to engage.
right?
Conditioning
Comment,
them
like,
to
and share.
engage, for sure. Yeah, and I think that we have to work out the process, because I definitely want two flows of the free membership and then the elite, because the elite is, women are joining elite, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. Like they don't get the full picture. They get, maybe one workshop that they signed up for $1, but then they never get into the rest of it.
They drop off, right? They just drop off and they go away, and then we're like, where'd you go? You're in it, like,
and it's
everything.
our fault. It's our fault. It's not that the value is not there. It's not that it's not worth, $19. It's that we haven't communicated. We haven't shown them. And
Right.
so that's our mission. That's our goal. And that's where I take ownership. And I am the first to admit my faults and admit that, we can do better. We can do it better. So as a unit going forward, I love all of you. And if you're watching this replay, this is real talk. This is kind of how we operate here at the Women's Connection. It's not, we want to hear your opinions. So leave a comment and let us know if you didn't get to make it on here live and you're like, hey, if whatever you do not get rid of video challenge topic number 4, whatever you do, or number 5. Number 4 is, I think, ask for supporters, which is also very important. But yeah, so let us know how we can serve you, what we can do better, things that you notice that we may not have. It's been a while since a lot of us have been here since conception. So yeah, it's been a while since we were a newbie in the Women's Connection. So we're here for you. We're always here for you, but we just want to make sure that you're getting the full experience that that so many of us have had, that has impacted us so much. So thank you so much. We're going to be meeting again with the coaches, just to hash out some more details on the actual step-by-step stuff, all the nitty-gritty stuff. But getting your feedback just gets my brain going, gets me supercharged, gets me excited. It makes me think of all of the endless possibilities. And I needed that today. It was really awesome. So thank you. I'm going to go try and get this house under control. We love you guys.
Love you, Layla, and everybody else. And if you need us, Layla, we're here for you. I think you forget that.
Yeah, she does. I think we should do a session for Layla to release that control issue and take everything on her own.
Yes, we're all here for you. You just say something and we're all right here.
We didn't even touch on that in my healing session. We didn't even get that.
We didn't.
Get to
another
that
one.
I think we need to. All right, ladies. Thanks so much. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.